The diplomatic vessel Serene Harmony drifted through the neutral zone between Sector 47 and the restricted human territories, its sleek, crystalline hull reflecting the distant stars. Inside, Ambassador Ilana of the Vexari Collective reviewed the mission parameters one final time. First contact with humanity, the mysterious species that had been radio silent for 3 decades after their initial greeting to the galaxy. Approaching the rendezvous coordinates, announced Captain Thulrex from the bridge. His 4 eyes blinked in sequence, betraying his nervousness. No sign of the human vessel yet. Ilana smoothed her ceremonial robes, her bioluminescent skin patterns shifting to calm blues and greens. The Vexari were the galaxy's premier diplomats, having negotiated peace between 100 species. Surely these humans would be no different. Then the sensors screamed. "Contact!" Thulrex's voice cracked. Massive energy signature right on top of us. The view screen flickered to life, and Ilana's 3 hearts nearly stopped. Where moments before there had been empty space, a monstrous vessel now loomed. It hadn't jumped in through hyperspace or emerged from a wormhole. It had simply appeared. The human warship was nothing like the elegant artistic vessels of the galactic community. It was a brutal wedge of gunmetal gray, bristling with weapons that shouldn't exist according to every known law of physics. Electromagnetic cannons capable of relativistic kills, fusion missiles, and something else. Energy readings that made their sensors glitch and fail. "They're hailing us," the communications officer whispered. "Put them through," Ilana commanded, forcing steel into her voice. The face that appeared on screen was young, perhaps barely into adulthood by human standards. Bright eyes, dark hair pulled back efficiently, and a smile that seemed far too casual for someone commanding a weapon of mass destruction. "Serene Harmony, this is Commander James Hawk of the UHSN Indomitable. Welcome to human space. Sorry about the dramatic entrance. Our stealth systems can be a bit intense." Stealth systems? Ilana's diplomatic training kicked in despite her shock. "Commander Hawk, I am Ambassador Ilana. We appreciate your willingness to meet with us." "Your vessel is impressive." James's smile widened. "The Indomitable? She's just a frigate. You should see our destroyers. Just a frigate." The vessel on their screens was larger than most Vexari dreadnoughts. "Perhaps we could discuss the protocols for—" Ilana began, but alarms blared across the bridge. "Hostile contacts," Thulrex shouted. "Marauder ships coming out of hyperspace." 6 vessels materialized around them. Korathi pirates, infamous for their brutality. The insectoid species had terrorized this sector for years. Their chitinous warships armed with plasma cutters designed to slice through hulls like tissue paper. The lead Korathi ship broadcast on all frequencies. "Surrender your cargo and the pretty diplomat. Perhaps we let some of you live." Ilana's skin flashed distress colors. The Serene Harmony was unarmed, built for peace, not war. They were dead, indomitable to marauder vessels. James's voice cut through the channel, and his casual demeanor had evaporated entirely. "You have 5 seconds to jump away. Failure to comply will be interpreted as hostile action." The Korathi commander's laughter clicked and chittered across the channel. "Foolish human. You are 1 ship against 6. We will feast on—" What happened next would be discussed in military academies for generations. The Indomitable didn't fire a warning shot. It didn't posture or threaten. It simply acted. The human frigate's weapons spoke in a language of pure violence. Railgun rounds accelerated to 0.3 C, tore through 2 Korathi vessels before they could even register the attack. Their shields, considered state-of-the-art by galactic standards, might as well have been paper. A 3rd pirate ship attempted to return fire, its plasma cutters lancing toward the Indomitable. The beam struck some kind of energy barrier and simply stopped, dispersed, nullified. "Kinetic barriers," James narrated calmly, as if he were giving a lecture. "The same technology you probably detected as anomalous energy readings. We bend spacetime itself into a defensive shell. Primitive directed energy weapons don't really work against folded space." The 4th Korathi ship tried to run. A missile, no, dozens of missiles, erupted from the Indomitable's launch tubes. They weren't guided by computers or AI. Ilana's sensors detected something impossible: quantum entanglement guidance systems. The missiles knew where their target would be before the target did. The explosions turned space into brief, brilliant suns. The 2 remaining pirates jumped to hyperspace, abandoning their fellows without hesitation. Silence filled the bridge of the serene harmony. The entire engagement had lasted 17 seconds. "Sorry about that interruption, Ambassador," James said, his casual tone returning. "Now where were we?" "Ah yes, diplomatic protocols. We've prepared a cultural exchange package and would love to establish formal relations with the Vexari Collective." Ilana found her voice, though it trembled. "Commander!" "Your weapons. Your technology. The galactic community has strict regulations on weapons development?" James interrupted gently. "Ambassador, we've reviewed your regulations. Very sensible rules for species that share similar technological paradigms. But humans," he paused, choosing his words carefully. "We spent 10,000 years fighting each other before we reached the stars. We're very, very good at warfare. It's not something we're proud of, but it's what kept us alive in a dangerous universe. But the laws of physics are more like guidelines," James finished. "We've found creative interpretations. Look, we don't want to conquer anyone. We don't want war. We just want to make sure that when someone points a weapon at us or our friends," his eyes hardened for just a moment, "they regret it immediately." Ilana's skin patterns shifted through a dozen colors as she processed this. Humanity hadn't been silent for 30 years out of fear or isolation. They'd been building, adapting, becoming something the galaxy had never seen. "I believe," she said slowly, "that the Galactic Council will want to discuss a very generous alliance with your people." James's smile returned. "We were hoping you'd say that. Now how about that cultural exchange? I hear your people make amazing cuisine, and we've got this beverage called coffee that'll change your life." As the Indomitable escorted the serene harmony toward human space, Ilana composed her report. She chose her words carefully. "First contact with humanity successful. Recommend immediate diplomatic elevation to Tier 1 status. Also recommend strongly that no one ever attack them. They're friendly. They're welcoming. They're absolutely terrifying, and I think the galaxy just got a lot safer." Behind them, the wreckage of Karathi ships drifted in the void, a warning written in metal and fire. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same.